Thom kali ini. Oh, ini dia 3 lawan 3 Profesor Thom Haye.
Welcome back to the Haye Way. My name is Neal Petersen. We're back with a new episode. With me in the studio, Thom Haye.
As always.
As always, happy to see you again. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I think we have a great guest
Really
today,
good guest.
and he became even greater this weekend.
It's time for a guest, Jay El Capitano Idzes. Welcome in the Haye Way. We're so happy to have you. How are you doing?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing good. Just finished training, so everything is good here in Italy.
Yeah, and I directly can hear his accent. His English is perfect, Thom.
No worries about that.
No worries about that, no.
No.
So it's good to mention you already listened to the episode and watched the episode with Kelvin Verdonk. What was your opinion?
Yeah, it's nice to see him talking in front of the camera. He doesn't do it a lot.
No.
And I enjoyed listening and watching the podcast for sure.
Yeah. Hey, Thom, what's
Whoa,
your...
wait. Are you already subscribed?
Two?
to the podcast?
Hey, to the podcast, Jay!
Subscribe on YouTube.
After this one.
After this one, yeah. Subscribe and like, Jay. You know the drill. So what's your connection with Thom?
My connection with Thom, yeah, of course, we play together in Timnas. But yeah, me and Thom, we know each other already from playing in the Eredivisie, and he was playing at NAC also. I think it was also in the second league, right, Thom?
Yes, both. I think we played a lot of games against each other.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of games were those for you?
Yeah, I think in that time you were still playing on the midfield.
Yeah, true.
So
I was playing like a holding
I think
midfielder.
we've had a lot of duels. So
Ooh! And who won the duels? Be honest, Thom.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
No, I
me
think
too,
Jay,
to
of
be
course,
honest.
is a strong physical player, but also with the ball he's comfortable. I think on the midfield, I'm a guy a little bit more with the ball, playing forward, and Jay's just also in the back, always in control.
Yeah.
So we're of course different type of players.
Yeah, Jay, you played 4 times against each other. Do you know how many times you won?
No, I saw already in the episode with Calvin that this would happen, but I forgot to check.
You
You can tell me.
You didn't win any time. Thom won 2 times and 2 times a draw.
Only 4 games.
Yeah.
I thought it would be more.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But which games? NAC, for sure.
NAC with Eagles against Heerenveen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Probably,
think because he scored one game
Okay.
against us.
He remembers it. You don't even know.
No,
No, you forgot.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yes.
You make so many
No,
goals, eh?
we
All
were
the goals
playing
I
at home.
cannot.
You
I
don't
lost
remember?
count.
We were playing at home.
With the
You don't
Heerenveen.
remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were playing at home, and
For the
I
cup.
think was it for the cup? I don't remember. But there was a ball coming from the left, and our goalkeeper went out a little bit, and it was a cut back to the 16, and everybody was in front of the goalkeeper, so he couldn't see. And then it was like one hard ball in the first post.
I think it was my first goal for Heerenveen.
So now you remember? Very good. Jay, it's now time to talk about the next subject, because your grandparents came from Indonesia to Holland, and now you want to give something back to Indonesia. So tell us, what do you remember from the stories your grandparents told about Indonesia?
My grandpa always used to talk a lot about that. He just passed away last month.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. But no, he talked about it a lot also. And when he was born in 1939, Indonesia was also occupied by Japan at that time. So my grandfather also grew up in an orphanage, and I think he stayed around 10 years in an orphanage. So he told me some stories about that and how difficult it was for him to create something for himself. You know, he really came from nothing, and then eventually he created a life for him and my grandma in Indonesia. And then also my aunt was born there, and then they decided to come to Holland. So it was really amazing to hear what he did for us. And he always said, like, yeah, I don't need anything else. Like, especially now in the last year where I was earning also a little bit more than of course before, and I want to give back to them. Like if you want to do something, go somewhere, just let me know and stuff. But for them was like, no, this is good enough for us. We can see our children and our grandchildren having a good and living in a good way. So yeah, for him and for them, their life was like complete almost.
Do you remember his first reaction when you said, "Granddad, I'm going to play for the national team of Indonesia"?
I was really proud, of course, and he was telling stories about, when I was younger, I also went to watch there, but I didn't have any money, so I just climbed over the wall and stuff.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
they're a little bit more strict now.
A little bit more strict, now. Yeah. From which part are they?
My grandma from Jakarta and my grandpa from Semarang.
I think it's
so nice, the stories.
Yeah.
To have them. Yeah.
I think my grandparents came also, your grandparents, it's I think they're all similar, and I think what what Thom and I were discussing before is that we feel really proud that we have a connection with Indonesia. I think we discussed it over the last couple of weeks in the podcast, but I think I don't know, it's difficult to explain also sometimes why the connection is so special, but it really feels from inside that you can say, okay, I'm half Indonesian. I don't know. It adds something to your life.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Especially because, like what you're saying, like our grandparents, they came from there.
Yeah.
No, it's your family. Your roots are there. So, I think a lot of times in our life and everybody, we just think like, okay, we're here. Let's try to live my life the best to my ability, but you always, in my instance, I always think about like, how am I here? Who brought me here? Who brought me into this world was my family, my mom, and then my grandparents, and you can go even further down the history.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I really have this feeling of like, I have to make them proud, and I have to give back to them and the country where they're from.
You have
I think it's a really nice message because it's also nowadays, like I said, there are a lot of distractions. But I think for a lot of people, it's also hard to stay grounded, and you can enjoy all the things that are coming to you in life and also the things you achieve.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, like Jay's telling, it's so important to look back as well and appreciate the people that gave you the opportunity to be where you are today. And I like what Jay is saying. I can really recognize myself in this feeling. I have so much respect for first for my parents, but also for their parents, and where they come from. And I think maybe that adds more to the feeling also, like we just spoke. So I think it's really nice how Jay talks about it.
Yeah, I think we discussed it before, is that of course it's crazy playing for 80,000 people in JBK, in Jakarta and everything, but I remember the first time you came back after you played for the national team, it's of course 80,000 people watching you play, but that you can play for the national team, especially, with all the stories you were just explaining, Jay, the stories you heard from your granddad. I think that's like, I cannot, I have no idea what's, how that feels. And I have the same stories from my grandparents. So I think that's, makes you very lucky that you have the opportunity to play. But I think it's also really cool. We heard it from Kelvin. We heard it from Thom. I'm hearing it now from you, Jay, that you guys really feel privileged that you are getting the opportunity to play.
Yeah, 1000%. Because it's not for everybody,
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people like us, which, of the family came to Holland or to another country, and you also have some other players who are Indonesian and who are football players, and they are not getting called up, or whatever the case.
Yeah.
So we are really privileged to be chosen out of the millions of people that there are, that we can represent the country. And I think that's also the mentality we have in the team also. Like you can see every game, everybody really wants to fight for each other and for your teammates, for the country, Thom knows I always say some stuff also before the game and everything. And I really believe that, I really believe in that. And I think that's the only way we can succeed also as a team. But yeah, for me, it's not even about being a football player. It's more about being a person, being a good person and giving back also to the country, which our grandparents came from.
That's the same like what Calvin said.
Yeah.
Like be a good person and also to others.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is that because we asked Kelvin, because Kelvin didn't know how to post anything on Instagram, for example. He said, I think you have now 3 million followers. How's your social media game? Are you looking into that? Tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, to be honest, like for example, Kelvin is a private person, like really private.
Yeah.
And normally, like before all of this, I was also quite private. I didn't really post anything, sometimes about football, but that's it. But I've realized now, okay, you can really utilize this in a good way. For like, of course, everybody sees that the players get, for example, sponsor deals and stuff like this, and you can earn some money and stuff, and that's all nice and whatever. But for me, it's about like being a role model and giving also a good impression of myself, like, and maybe I can help also some younger guys or some younger kids, and just being a good role model for everybody, because social media nowadays, that's the tool. Like everybody is on social media, and you can decide yourself how you want to use it. Everybody uses it in a different way, but for me, it's just important to show, like, okay, if you work hard and you believe in yourself, and you try to do everything you can succeed in whatever you want in life. And that's a little bit the message what I want to put on my social media, and that's also the way I live.
A lot of wisdom today, eh?
He's 24.
Yeah, that is a little like he has
oh
the.
my God, he's 24.
But the funny
why
thing
can
is
he not be like
no, but that's why I said it's funny, because that's why I call him sometimes a little bit the robot.
Yeah.
But that's also a little bit because you would expect he's older, but also on the other hand, it's just a joke, of course, because he shows the sentimental side of him as well.
Yeah.
But that's I'm curious about this, because now you made the step to Venezia, you promoted to Serie A, so you play on the highest level in Italy now. Yeah, I'm curious, what are the goals you set for yourself? Maybe the ambition to play in different leagues as well?
No, to be honest, I really have to see like where the end is for me. If I'm, for example, now in this year, I'm really focusing on Venezia and trying to stay in the league. And of course, also with the national team, we have a dream, of course. And maybe in June it's already realized, but we have to see. We still have 4 games there. But to be honest, further than that, of course, I have like some ambitions. I would love to play also in the Premier League, because for me, that's the best league in the world. And of course, in Serie A, where I'm playing now, it's also, the league is so good, the quality level is so amazing. Like you can see players have a lot of quality, of course. So it's a really good experience for me.
But are you a dreamer, or are you being someone who takes it step by step and day by day?
Both, to be honest. Yeah, I'm a person who likes to have a plan also, but I also know that I have some dreams. Of course, for example, one of the dreams is playing on the World Cup with Indonesia, of course.
That's the biggest dream.
Oh my God.
That's my biggest dream as well.
But do you also dream about it at night when you're sleeping, or not?
To be honest, of course, sometimes, but especially when I'm in Indonesia and with the guys, with the team,
Yeah.
and then in the night, or like I'm in the room with, I'm always in the room with Ragnar, for example, and then we speak about it a lot. Or when yeah, for example, the last time we flew back from China and I was speaking with Thom
Yeah.
a lot about it because we were in the same plane. And yeah, the feeling you get then, and we didn't even do it, we didn't even do anything yet, but just the thought and the feeling you get by thinking about it is crazy, So that's for sure also my biggest dream. But the thing is, you can have a dream, but you also have to have a plan. You cannot just have a dream and then just, okay, let's see what happens. You really have to work for that as well, on and off the field. So yeah,
Hey, but Tom,
that's important.
if you guys reach the World Cup,
I don't know what I'm doing if we reach the World Cup. Someone should watch me.
oh my God! Never seriously. We talked about it, and like, I'm afraid to talk about it. I'll be really honest with you guys. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to jinx it or anything. Like, I have no influence if you guys are going to qualify for the World Cup. But just thinking about it, that in 1.5 years' time, you be entering the field during a World Cup, it's mind blowing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
But
think
to be honest,
yeah.
I had the feeling also before, like I don't want to jinx it and stuff. But I was thinking, like, why not? I'm a strong believer, like if it's supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen, Everybody's really working hard for it.
This is again the wisdom.
The leader! El Capitano!
No, but it's true. I have the same feeling. Whatever.
Hey, don't get me even more excited, Tom. I'm bouncing here with the idea that you guys are going to play there.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more relaxed. Like, it's the thing. I think it's good to talk about it. We're in a good position.
Yeah.
We're giving everything. And it's close, but you don't know the outcome,
Of course.
And that's no problem. The only thing we can do is you're allowed to dream, and the only thing, the dreaming should not interrupt your focus. Just focus on performing. When you're with the national team, there's only one thing: the 2 games you play at that moment are the most important.
And of course,
I think if you live by this standard, at the end, the outcome, you have no control.
No, but I think
I totally agree.
Yeah, but Jay, I think the confidence against Saudi Arabia after that game, it's a major boost for you guys, right? After winning that game, the way how you guys played, and now the position you guys are in with 4 games left, I think that gave an enormous boost, right, to you guys?
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Especially because in October we played against China and Bahrain. Yeah, okay. We know what happened. It wasn't the result we hoped for. And then to come to Indonesia and then play 2 games there in Jakarta. The first game is Japan. Yeah, of course we know they are really good. We tried our best. But
you played, guys, didn't play bad that game. It could be.
No, especially the first 20, 30 minutes. I didn't think we were playing bad also. No. But in the end, okay, this is what it is. And then we know the second game against Saudi is so important. And then, to be honest, also a little bit behind the scenes, Thom also knows. But of course, after we lose in October, it felt like 2 losses.
Yeah.
And then you're coming to Indonesia, especially when trying to get the guys going, hey, come on, even though we didn't win those 2 games, we still have a lot of chance, because we still have 6 games left at that time. So just focus on these 2 games and then continue like what Thom said. So then we played the first game, and then after the second game, to be honest, going back a little bit, before the game against Saudi, I was saying in the locker room also to the guys, I really believed that we would win. I could see it in the training, the feeling we had in the group. And when we went outside also, everybody was joining, everybody was helping each other. Also the guys that came in, because they're also really important. And of course with the people in the stadium. So you could really sometimes Tom also knows. Sometimes you have this feeling inside the team and inside in the game that you just know, yeah, we're not losing. And I had
felt
this
like
feeling from the start.
the build up to the game and the whole game, like we won, but we won in a certain way.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
We fought, we were stronger, we deserved to win. It felt like this was our moment to give a signal to everyone that we're still here. You know?
Yeah.
And I think with the crowd and in the team, you saw maybe we got a punch in the games before, but in this game against Saudi, we showed what we're capable of, and that everyone has to take us serious because we're fighting for this goal, and we showed it.
Yeah.
So I think that's a beautiful way to look at it.
Hey, and not football, a football related question. You were saying, of course, I'm really focused on going to training, playing for Venezia, for the national team. But sometimes I have some spare time. What are your hobbies? Like, I remember that Kelvin was saying he's a huge fan of the UFC. He watches everything. He sees the documentaries, he sees the fights, he sees the preview shows, he sees the review shows. What are things that you really like to do outside of football?
To be honest, now I think about it, not a lot.
Watching football.
Playing Football Manager, playing FIFA.
No, I don't play so many video games, to be honest. But yeah, normally also because I'm living far away from my family and friends, I call with them a lot, try to stay updated with them. And if I have some spare time, I live here with my girlfriend, so gonna do something together, or sometimes just chill and relax, watch some TV, not football,
You don't watch football?
That's us. No, I watch football, but sometimes
with the
watch
girlfriend.
something else, Yeah, with the girlfriends, you know how it is.
Yes, I know how it is. Yeah, definitely. So is there...
I like that as well.
Is there a TV series or a movie you would recommend that our viewers or listeners have to see? What's your favorite?
Favorite? Prison Break. That's one of my favorites for sure.
I grew up with that series.
Yeah, me too. I think I've watched it like 2-3 times for sure. And what else? I'm not sure. To be honest, really Prison Break, I watched it a lot.
That's interesting. What's your favorite?
My favorite? That's a good question. I will come back to that.
You want to ask a different
question?
No,
but you see with Jay, it's the same with me. It's hard on the spot to bring up all the series and movies you like. You know?
You know what the thing is also? We, probably you as well, we've watched so many movies and series and stuff because we travel so much, We're on the plane, we're on the bus, then you're at home, you have some spare time. But I like to watch, but I also like to read a lot. So
what do you read? What kind of subjects do you like to read about?
To be honest, now lately I've been
how
reading
to develop
a lot
as a leader.
No, I've been reading a lot of like motivational speakers.
Cool.
So you talk about like Coach Prime. I don't know if you know him. You have also some other guys like Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know him. Like Inky Johnson. I like also, for example, people. For example, David Goggins. Like people with a story,
Yeah.
And I think we can, especially me, I can learn a lot from that. So
you should read the book from Tim Glover. He was
I know.
Okay. He was the coach of the mental coach of Jordan.
Wait, what's it called? Relentless?
Yeah, Relentless, yeah.
I read it already. Yeah.
I thought it was really cool about how the best in the world, so say Jordan or Dwayne Wade, how they even get better or stay at that level, and how he helped them over the years. I think that's a really interesting book here for you.
I'm not really a big reader.
You can listen also to it. It's also audiobook.
That's better for me, yes. Okay, but now
what?
To help the host, because we had some really good conversations.
Yeah.
Jay, thank you for being so open as well. But
Thank
to
you,
keep
guys.
the balance,
Hey, what's going on?
to keep the balance in the
You're-
podcast,
you're-
we're gonna do some fun, light, quick answers.
Ooh,
You're taking over my role.
We're doing it together.
Okay, Tom.
We talked about this.
Okay.
We need to keep the balance.
Okay, we can. Okay. Okay, ask them. What do you
I
want to
think
ask?
it's just every time you get 2 choices and you need to choose one. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So the first one, a nice boat ride in Venetia, or a bus ride in Jakarta through the city.
Jakarta.
The subject is called, the topic is called quick answers.
Okay, Jakarta.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
But because I don't know, is it true that you have to take a boat to your stadium to get to the stadium?
Yeah, that's true. Because I played for Lecce in Serie B.
Against Venetia.
Yeah, and then from the hotel we took the boat to the
Hey,
stadium
that's crazy. That's crazy.
to play in Venetia.
Do you go also by boat to the stadium?
Yeah. Every game at home then, huh?
Yeah, because there are some players, right? You can live in a small village next to the stadium, but a lot of players live outside, and then you need to take a
Yeah.
boat.
That's cool.
That's
No,
cool.
but the thing is, we always stay in the hotel also one day before the
Okay.
game. So everybody's saying like, you have to realize you have the mainland and then you have one road, and there's Venice. Venice is like just an island, and the stadium is on the end of the island, and we stay in the hotel on another island. It's like 10 minutes from there with the boat. So every time we go from the mainland to the hotel with the boat, and then the next day on the game day we go from the hotel to the stadium also with the boat. It's also like 10 minutes.
I think someone should follow you one time with the camera to show, because
Are you interested, Tom?
yeah, we can send the Haye Way crew
Including yourself.
if I have some time in my schedule.
That would be nice. You can do all the
Yes?
Yeah, sure. Quick answers for
Okay.
Jay. And
We
then
try
I'll
to make
drink
it
some
quick.
water.
Satay ayam or pasta? A good
Difficult.
Italian pasta, huh?
Oh, difficult. Satay ayam.
Okay, this one I know already your answer. Leading your team to victory or scoring the winning goal yourself?
No, leading the team.
Yeah, you cannot.
No,
As a
but to be
captain, you
honest,
have to.
you can also score and lead the team. So
So actually, I would choose scoring.
So
Why not?
I get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying.
But okay, if we say it's making a decisive tackle in the last minute, so you guys win, or scoring the winning goal on the other side.
Just because I don't score a lot, I think I would choose scoring.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Clearing a ball in the last minute on the line.
Yeah. I think I would go crazy.
You would celebrate.
you know?
You would almost celebrate the same.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like scoring,
That's true.
It's different. Like
Yeah.
Tom knows he scores a lot. Like he scored a lot of his career, but I haven't scored so many goals in my career. I don't think I have 10 goals. But so
You're saving them up for Timnas, huh? Your goals.
I have one so far.
yeah, this one, because in Italy the supporters are also really passionate. But this question is playing in front of passionate Indonesian fans or Italian supporters?
Both, but I have to say Indonesian.
Yeah, it's on a different level as well. Also.
Yeah, different. The goosebump. You remember the first time? Yeah, you didn't play when we played in March against Vietnam,
Yeah, the first game.
and I think it was only me and Nathan who played. But you were there with Ragnar. But
Yeah,
you
we
couldn't play it.
were in the stands. We couldn't play
Yeah,
that together.
I remember that game. Like was the first game for me, and then at home also. Like the goosebumps I got, like walking on the field, singing the Indonesian Raya, and then also after the game, it was it's on a different level. I wouldn't choose another place in the world, to be honest.
That's so cool.
Yeah. This one is fun. Instagram stories about football or your personal life?
I think the people would like to see a little bit more of my personal life, so I'm gonna go with that because I'm posting a lot about
That's
football.
good to know for the viewers.
Yeah.
That we get some more insight in Jay's personal life.
Yeah.
Just a robot at will.
Okay, this was the first episode with Jay El Capitano Idzes. Enjoyed it, Tom?
Yes, I really enjoyed it. I think Jay told some really nice stories, and actually, I can't wait for part 2.
Yeah. Part 2 next Saturday, of course, on our YouTube channel, The Haye Way. If you haven't subscribed until now, just do it, and then we'll see each other next week with part 2 with Jay El Capitano Idzes.